use a really faint voice because we've got a really thin crowd this morning. Good morning. That didn't really work. It's a beautiful sunny day, and over the last couple of days, I've received a number of emails. I'm guessing Daryl did too, about just, can't make it this Saturday, and so our numbers are a little thin this morning, so I was using that thin voice, but that didn't really work. Welcome. It's good to be here again. You are almost all the way through this year of Christian leadership development, and way to go that you're here. How about the breakfast this morning? Isn't this phenomenal? Wow, thank you, really, all those who put it on. This is just really, really cool. I know Daryl and I have said this a number of times before, and maybe this gets a little old, but it just really encourages our hearts to see you as leaders taking your time to develop and to think about not only the specific tasks of ministry that you're working on now, but think about developing as a leader and wanting to serve effectively. And you can imagine if folks like Daryl and I are excited about that, just how much it pleases God's heart when He sees you serving diligently and desiring to grow and learn. We have a special guest with us this morning, but we're not going to press her to do any of the teaching or leading this morning, although we could, because she's quite qualified to do that. Hilda Vanderklip is, Hilda, you want to just sort of wave your hand, everybody? Hilda lives in Thorold, Ontario, which is down the Niagara Peninsula. She's part of a church plant there called the Village Church, an emerging missional community. I know Hilda, and Daryl knows Hilda from her role in Christian Reformed Home Missions, where she serves in a number of different ways. I'm sure you have an actual title, but I just know you by the things that you're passionate about. And Hilda's very passionate about the developing church. She's very passionate about prayer, for sure. We've had you here to help us learn about prayer walks and so on. And Hilda wanted to be here because as she heard the story of what you are doing in getting together regularly, she said that would be a good model to think about in other churches and other places. And so she's kind of observing us today, but participating as well. So just welcome her as if she was one of our own. And go from there. Daryl, you're looking forward to this morning.
Yeah, I just want to echo what John said. Thank you for your commitment to being here this morning. I think all of us are probably thinking the same thing, how we got to mow our lawns today sometime. The whole city of Cambridge will be starting up their lawnmowers today. It's a gorgeous day, and you're setting this time aside means a lot, so thank you. Let's enter into a time of devotions. If you've got your Seeking God's Face, let's do the devotion for today, which is on page 398. Yeah, in just a moment. So I've asked Juliet to read the invitation and Richard Clute to read the Psalm 99 and Barb Bierman to read John 14. But you can see there that there's a time for quiet between the invitation and Psalm 99. So after Juliet reads and before Richard does, then let's just take a minute and we'll contemplate the great things that God has done for us. We're going to personalize Psalm 126 and the things that fill us with joy that God has done in our lives. So we'll take a minute of silence there, and then when Richard feels it appropriate, then he can begin his reading. And then after Barb reads, you can see after the John reading, there's a time for quiet again. And we'll take a minute there, and we'll go to God, and we'll consider how He's speaking to us through this devotional this morning. And commit our morning to Him, and then I'll wrap us up with a prayer. So it'll be two times of silence and personal reflection.
Our mouths are filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy.
Psalm 99. The Lord reigns, let the nations tremble. He sits enthroned between the cherubims, let the earth shake. Great is the Lord in Zion, He is exalted over all the nations. Let them praise your great and awesome name, He is holy. The King is mighty, He loves justice. You have established equity. In Jacob you have done what is right, what is just and right. Exalt the Lord our God, and worship at His footstool, He is holy. Moses and Aaron were among His priests. Samuel was among those who called on His name. They called on the Lord, and he answered them. He spoke to them from the pillar of cloud. They kept his statutes and the decrees he gave them. Lord our God, you answered them. You were to Israel a forgiving God, though you punished their misdeeds. Exalt the Lord our God, and worship at his mountain, for the Lord our God is holy.
If you love me, keep my commands. And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him, but you know him, for he lives within you and will be in you. I will not leave you as orphans, I will come to you. Before long, the world will not see me anymore, but you will see me. Because I live, you also will live. On that day you will realize that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. Whoever has my commands and keeps them is the one who loves me. Anyone who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I too will love them and show myself to them.
Abba Father, thank you for making us your cherished children. Train our hearts so that we experience and enjoy this status. Send your Spirit to us today, taking this sweet truth that we are embraced as your adopted children and making it believable to our hearts, an electric reality in our living that governs our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. Thank you for bringing us together this morning. Thank you for the wonderful food. Bless those who prepared it and bless it to our bodies and us to your service. We set aside this time for you. Engage us through this material. Continue your good work in us and equip us for service in your kingdom. May our churches be well led and healthy, and may you be glorified as we reach the harvest. For Jesus' sake, amen.
Amen.